Hello, it's Miss Emma. This is how we play Speech Sound Detective. It's SSP Speech Sound Detective. What the child will start to do, or your students will start to do, is instead of trying to sound out, that's a phonics term, instead of trying to sound out every word if they're not sure of it, what they'll do is they'll come to you and say, can you tell me this word? So like, for example, if it was this one, then we'd tell them it's the word sea. And it's the kind of sea that we swim in, so you're making sure they understand what the word is. Sea. And what they'll do is, then they'll think, okay, sea. Now, every letter is used within SSP, within Speech Sound Detective. C. So we use duck hands. S, E, from left to right. So there are only two beaks there. S, E. S, E. E. So that's how we're going to map what we say with their representations on paper, the pictures of the speech sounds. E. We know the word because it's there. So we know every letter is going to be used. So it's going to be S, E. And the more they do this, the more they understand the code. Now SSP, although we teach the code and we teach children to map, we use something called SSP fast code mapping, which is actually like a real extension of phonics. Think about most phonics. Most phonics actually starts from here. So what children do is they look at the word and the teacher or the parent will say, sound it out. And the child might go, s, a, ot, salt. So they're limited. So what we do is, instead of doing that, when the child isn't sure of the word, instead of waiting and they sound it out and whatever, especially if it's text, because the more they have to stop and look at words and work them out, they lose the comprehension. So let's say they'd been reading, I went to put some, and it's going to be on my dinner. Now don't get them to leave it out, because otherwise the brain still just doesn't understand, just doesn't keep up with the comprehension. So I went to put some, and they pause, so we might say, because it's sea salt, we will say sea salt. I went to put some sea salt on my dinner. So they've got the comprehension and they haven't had to stop. But then what we'd say is, just think about those words you got stuck on. Sea salt. Use your duck hands. S, E, that's C. S, O, alt, salt. We've done the C already. Salt. S, O, alt, S, O, alt. Because remember, we're doing the speech sounds. So it's how we say them. S, O, alt. Now they know the word and how it's spelt because it's there. Can't change it, that's the word, that's what's in the dictionary, that's what the Speech Sound King decided, that's how we're going to spell the word salt. So that's a picture of the speech sound S, S, O, alt, which is the picture of the speech sound O. It's there. I'm going to put lowercase. S, O, alt. So what it's doing is it's telling the brain it's going so much further than phonics because it's telling the brain, oh, okay, S, E, C, S, O, alt, salt. And then what we do is we talk about, oh, look at that, the Speech Sound King. He thought instead of doing an O like that one, he thought, I know, instead of doing the picture of O like that, which is probably one of the most common ones that we use for O, we're going to do it like that. Funny Speech Sound King. And it's a whole story, and actually with the code crackers, what the children are doing is trying to crack the code that the Speech Sound King created. So the dictionary is the Speech Sound King's book. That's how he has spelt every word. There's only a few ones that change, like in, you know, England and Australia we would put that. In America they would put that. But there are really very few variations. So the king created the dictionary. The dictionary is his book of words, and we're cracking the code. So we're working out how, when he said the words, how he mapped what he said, S, E, C, with what's on paper. So S, if we took a picture of S in the word C, it looks like that. Took a picture of E in this word, it looks like this. You then do to extend it, S, E, S, alt. Let's have a look at one that was unusual. We can choose any one, but let's have a look at this one, the O. What the children love to do then is to see if I've already got it in the spelling cloud. So they'll go for the O cloud, which is here. So it's not the O cloud, it's the O cloud. And they'll look and they'll say, is that picture of O in the R cloud? Oh, it's already in there. And if it's not, then they write to me and they say, Miss Emma, I found a new one. So if we wanted to look at, supposing we wanted to say to the children, right, so we've done sea salt, sea salt. Let's have a look if we can find another picture for the E sound. E, C. Let's have a look for the E. And the more the children use the spelling cloud keyring, the quicker they become. So they would find E a lot quicker than me. They know E is in the yellow first. E. And that's there because that's one of the ones that's in the yellow level when we're doing our phonics teaching, which is, as I say, it's not really phonics because it's so much more advanced than phonics. But that's one of the ones that we really look at. He's not happy. Not happy. He's not happy. So we think, oh, which one did we find? We found this one. Now the keyring is laminated so they can always write on them. We found that one. Let's see if we can find another one. E. And we look up there and we see, look at that. What's the example in there? Oh, eat, meat, and you might put that in the sentence. There's so much you can do with this, and it all stemmed from a real object, environmental print, using everyday objects, things that are meaningful to the children. It starts from this, speech sound detective, investigating it, reading it, which is coding and understanding what you're coding, and playing speech sound detective to really look at the code and really investigate. And they love it because it's hands-on, inquiry, child-centred learning.